Okay, so the other day I tried getting some slow-mo footage and I accidentally used the wrong setting. And so I only got 18 seconds of nothing, and literally you could just see the torch moving and then the video would end, even though I did it as quickly as I could. So 980 frames a second, which is what my phone can do, you really only get a very tiny amount of slow motion, and in all honesty, it's pretty shite because it's very unpredictable. Whatever, not a problem with the phone. That's pushing the boundaries of what's possible with a phone anyway. So we're going to do some stuff at, like, I think it's 250 frames a second, and hopefully it'll look good. So stay tuned. It's a little aggressive. Oops. There we go. Okay, well, so hopefully the slow motion actually caught some of that. The jar broke. I've never had that happen, but then again, I probably shouldn't be lighting very high temperature things on the bottom of jars. So anyway, well, I lost a beaker. Alright, so this setup is going to be too difficult for me to do completely by myself. Luckily I have my assistant. Hi, hon. So what we have here is the lab stand with a friction induced adhesion to this spherical reflector, and we have some highly technical magnesium on a stick. The idea is to light the magnesium on a stick, and then you just shove it in here. And I'm actually going to film out this way towards the forest where you can't see right now, and the reflector's not doing a good job. And we'll see if we get any improvement in light quality. I doubt it. I don't have enough hands for this shit. Great. Focus on the magnesium on a stick, not when I'm actually doing something. Oh, fuck. You know, I have to be kind of quick about this. And I'm going to kill the light. It's significantly brighter. Yeah, that actually works. That actually works. Okay, yeah, so that worked. I want to do a little bit of investigation. I think it's kind of smelling in here. Is there... Yeah, there's a little bit of scorching in there. I can't... I'm having to stick my phone in there. So the intended design is not a fucking hot chocolate can from Starbucks. The intended design will be a parabola of some sort of highly polished stainless steel or something. Probably a fucking mixing bowl. But I just want to see if I can make kind of a longer flash for long exposures in, you know, during the winter and the wet season, not in summer, for out in the wilderness that doesn't rely on batteries. Something that I can just spark a flame to, and all of a sudden I've got illumination for 5-6 seconds. I think I can do some really dramatic underlighting and stuff like that with something like that. And I just kind of feel that it would be cool to do it in a more old-fashioned way, especially if I'm using the 4x5 or an 8x10 or something. Anyway, more experiments. Alright, test new end plugs. This is with paper towel and super glue. I have to be really careful and use a medium viscosity, not a thin. The thin viscosity smokes, so it's good for one end before powder is applied. It's not good for the fused end. But anyway, let's go ahead and try this. Yeah, that works. That's the thing right there. But I may have glued it shut and taped it shut and taped the bag up real tight. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh! Yeah, 6 grams, 6 to 7 grams of flash, homemade flash, homemade aluminum powder, all that fun stuff. Got a long fuse on it.
Oh my God, I can feel it in my tummy, the shockwave. I could feel it, I really could feel it.
Whoa! That was wicked!
I knew you'd like that one.
That was fucking cool. Wow!
Alright, so lots of changes in the shop. Yeah. Progress moving along, getting the ceiling insulated and all that stuff, and everything's just kind of going. But I had some motors left over from back in my rocketry days where I was trying to design very simplistic motors to see how much lift I could get them. These should have been dealt with a long time ago because, I mean, it's just sugar and potassium nitrate, I think. But in fact, that's what it says on the side. And I think some are made with sorbitol or something like that. Anyway, really interested in sugar propellants. I always have been for some reason. Turning sugar directly into energy is entertaining to me. So I don't know if this is going to do anything. I know that the clay plug is very soft, so if anything, it'll just thump. But let's see what happens. It's a It's a real foggy day out here today. I kind of like it. I like these days, so it's nice and quiet. So here we go. I really don't think this is going to do anything, so I'm just going to... I mean, yeah, we have a problem with the fuse. Okay. That's a great sign. Don't do this. Lovely. Unreliable fuse is probably one of the best things in the world. I think these are really just shot. Let me get a torch. Okay. That's a torch. I'm gonna kind of warm the fuse up a little bit. This is all stupid. Don't do this shit. Try to drive some of that moisture off, and I think that's what we did. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, okay, it's just a rocket motor, and in all reality, it's supposed to kind of, and they hardly had any power to begin with. But this is what we call a worst-case scenario in pyrotechnics. Oh, it's a fuck it bucket. Okay. Well, I have to go to work for another half an hour or so. I'll probably just get a hose and spray it at it here in a minute. Shit. Alright, now here we have go number 2. I actually replaced the fuse on this. Here's the old one. I don't know, it feels crappy. But they're definitely been soaked in moisture, so, well, we'll go set this up. Yeah, there's the dud. Here we go. I got this blue and yeah, I'm just gonna soak these in water. I think I'm just gonna dump them out. Okay, so what I did is remove a little bit of the fuel, and we'll see if it's even... Oh, it's still good. A bit more. Whoops. I'm totally surprised that that fuel is still good. We'll put a little bit more down. I want to see. That means I got to take care of these correctly. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so the experiment originally with these was a little bit bigger than what I was leading on, or kind of even remembered until just a minute ago. And that was that even though I'm using PVC and there's no liner, as you can see there's just fuel, I was wondering if the rocket shell, because it's PVC, would be reusable, if the temperature would be too high, or would it burn so rapidly that yes, it would get soft, but it would harden again and maybe be able to go for like 2 shots or 3 shots. Mostly if I hadn't said it because I'm a cheapskate. And at the time, all this PVC and stuff was recycled. As you can see, it's dirty. It came from an irrigation job I did, and I had it sitting around. It was the right size. And so I used it. Well, anyway, I wanted to know if I could use them a couple of times. So let's see what happens if I just burn the fuel out of there. Is it going to stay soft, or is it going to completely burn and I'll have to put water on it or something? We'll see. Alright. Here we go. Torch. No, I bet that's destroyed. Wow. Those would have been really big motors. Okay, yeah. Let's put that out. So what we had there, I think, was a cascading reaction. Where it started using the PVC as fuel too. Oops. Yeah. It looks like it blew a hole on the side there. Interesting. You know what? Those had way more power than I thought. So, I'm actually going to say I'm extremely happy I never tried setting one of those off. These would not have been balanced if they would have worked. They wouldn't have been balanced very well and probably been a big problem. So I'm going to soak these other ones and that's it.